first became aware of Ryan Gosling when he was in the movie, yep, obviously Blade Runner 2046. But then lo and behold, I see him looking like he's like, I don't know, he's like, Grr. Drive is brilliant, one of the most unexpected and exciting film experiences of this or any other year. Pete Hammond, Box Office Magazine. Ryan Gosling stars as a Hollywood stunt driver for movies by day who moonlights as a wheelman for criminals by night. Though a loner by nature, Driver can't help but fall in love with his beautiful neighbor Irene, Carey Mulligan, a young mother dragged into a dangerous underworld by the return of her ex-convict husband. After a heist gone wrong, Driver finds himself driving defense for the girl he loves, tailgated by a syndicate of deadly serious criminals. Albert Brooks and Ron Perlman. Soon he realizes the gangsters are more than after the bag of cash and forced to shift gears and go on the offense. Brilliant. You can get buzz from the fumes, just from the fumes coming off this wild thing, says Peter Travers. And this was being filmed around the same time Breaking Bad was, so that's right. Walter White, Bryan Cranston himself appears. This is a slow burn film. As I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, so he's in the stunt shop, and he's also handling he's in the shop where Cranston's owning everything, and he's the stunt double, and I'm like, okay, so he's got the skills, and and also, a little bit of a reference to the movie, The Driver, with just the character's name of Driver, and, they actually managed to plan a heist. Yeah, they managed to plan a bank heist, and the guys got, the clock and everything saying, hey, I can guarantee you 5 minutes. So they show that, and then they go back to the past. I think that's called in media res or something. So we get to see his everyday life. I like that. We get to know his personality more rather than just him being a silent guardian, if you will. So when he starts to fall, like the movie said, when he falls in love with the woman right there, he starts to feel not conflicted, but given more a sense of driven to be able to, like, saying, okay, I want to be able to help, but at the same time, when Oscar Isaac appears, yes, what's that movie called? The one with the computer, I forgot what it's called, in 2015. Yeah, he's being chased down, he owes money, so he's going to try and pay it off, but then when these criminals really come in, they start causing havoc and everything. All heck breaks loose. I mean, this is a parable about about the frog and the scorpion or whatever, about acting on instinct or whatever. I don't know what it is, but yeah, definitely, it's minimalism done right. Obviously, when you have the man going on here, it's just like, we get the action pieces, and first one, with the bank and everything else, so they have 5 minutes. Meanwhile, one guy's trying to get all the money out, and then, lo and behold, there's another person there, and it's tense because you wonder what's going to happen. There's like all the security is there or whatever, or the security footage and guards, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, definitely this. But then when we get to the actual villains that are running everything, it's just like, it just goes up the chain of just what is going on here. And at the meanwhile, about, I don't know, roughly an hour in, when Oscar Isaac is there and some other lady, we get some brutality where I'm just watching like, oh, dang, it's like a person's cranium explodes. Yeah, it was intense to see. It's like when the action happens, there's the blood, and with all the drama going on too, of saying, hey, they knock off a couple like cheapo places at the same time, all the driving, at 20 else, it's like it's all obviously done with decent takes. It's like I'm sure people know, so I become a stickler for takes. And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, yeah, we get to see Gosling slowly transform because he's trying to protect a lady and a child as well. So he has some what's the word I'm looking, motivation to be dealing with saying, hey, I have something I need to protect. Yeah, Bryan Cranston is in this. He improvised most of his dialogue, which, there is some fun, there is some wit and humor about this movie, especially when they're in the garage, fixing everything, which was pretty funny. I like that, It gives the movie a sense of balance, but I also found to be um, ironic is that the director, who's Swedish, dislikes cars. Does not have a driver's license and has failed his driving test 8 times. That's too funny. But I think it takes a certain sense of different country style filmmaking in order to bring about a certain prestige of the movie, in my opinion, for the tonality, if you will. In my opinion, I mean, I just watched this on DVD. I would really like to see this on Blu-ray or in 4K because it just looks amazing. So yeah, with all that being said, obviously it's also a neo-noir movie. So you get a lot of great shadows, a lot of nighttime stuff going on. And you can just tell by just looking at the cover art right here. That's absolutely great to look at. Yeah, you also get Ron Perlman. You can tell by the chin right here. He's like pre-Hellboy, Pacific Rim. And yeah, obviously you get the balance, you get everything going on 100%. Oh, excuse me. I mean, it was great. Oh yeah, definitely watch this neo-noir thriller of The Driver.